Hey there, Holistretch fam. My name is Frances Eve. I'm here today with my friend Luis. We are in Imiloa, Costa Rica, and he shared a brilliant story about his sciatic nerve and his hamstrings. So today I'm going to offer him a 15-minute stretch, and then we're going to see how you feel after. Sounds good?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and share a little bit.
So back when I was about 28 years old, I was at the gym doing a deadlift and I messed up my back and it was my sciatic nerve. And I remember dropping the weight at the gym and actually having a really rough time getting out of the gym, driving home, and I just let it go. I let it heal on its own, never went to the doctor. And I always had this repeated pain from the back of my glutes all the way down the back of my leg, my hamstrings, all the way down to the back of my knee. And it would heal for a while, but if I lifted something heavy or if I did some wrong move, it would come back, and then I'd have to live with that excruciating pain for about a few weeks, maybe even a month before it went away again. And that went on for years. I ended up doing a prison sentence, and in that prison sentence, I remember talking to one of the instructors that did yoga in there, and he was also an inmate. And he's like, fast forward about 20 years. I lived with this for about 20 years. And he's like, do some yoga and watch, and your sciatic problem will go away. And so I did. I did it twice a week for about 3 months, and it went away. And to this day, that's been I'd say about 10 years since that happened. And to this day, I have no problems with my sciatic nerve. And I'm astounded as to how effective yoga worked for me. And it worked, yeah.
Amazing. Thank you for sharing. So today I'm excited to share with you a practice called resistance stretching. Yoga is very beneficial, and this is just a little bit of a different technique where you'll be strengthening and stretching out. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. We're going to go ahead and start with our client laying on their back, and then we're going to pick up their feet and shake them out. You're welcome to do this on the floor or on a massage table. We'll go ahead and shake them out, noticing where they are tight. You'll start to notice where they're tight on the adductors, the hip flexors, the psoas, and notice where you want to work. We'll go ahead and focus on the left leg first, stretching it out by pulling back. This helps to begin to open up the sciatic nerve, especially when the foot is flexed. We really open up the back of the whole hamstring. So we start with some light passive stretches just to wake up the muscle tissue and see where the client's body is at. Making some larger circles, we'll start to get into the hip joint. And in doing so, again, you are noticing where they're tight, if it's more abductors or more adductors, and then where you choose to focus on during your stretch. Once you've gauged where you want to focus, go ahead and begin to open up their hip with bent leg. So we'll go ahead and bring their knee to a bent leg just by sliding that hand underneath their knee. With this hand, you can go ahead and guide their knee around into larger circles, and this helps to open up the hip on a deeper level. Be sure to switch directions when you're making the circles and really notice what's opening up and what is resisting. We'll go ahead and start with the client bending their knee and pressing the heel of their foot down into your hand. Now you can use your body weight to lift up that leg by coming up on your knees and then having them squeeze back down. Be mindful of using too much of your bicep. You want to use mostly your body weight, so your hips coming forward, your shoulders coming back. This helps to lift up that leg. If you have a client who's really strong or really heavy, you're welcome to put their foot underneath your shoulder. Sometimes I have to do that, and then lifting up my whole body will stretch their leg out. On those clients who are very light, Like petite women, they're much easier to lift up, and you can do that just with your arms. So gauge where your body is, making sure to release any stress or too much tension in your body. Notice as they squeeze down, they start to contract the hamstring, and then when we pull up, they're giving us a little bit of resistance down. Then we can deeply open up the hamstring. By doing this, you are creating flexibility in the sciatic nerve, all the muscles around it, and it starts to relax and stretch. When your client has their foot flexed, they're getting deeper into their calf. We'll go ahead and switch sides, gently passively stretching the right foot first, and then getting into the leg by flexing the foot and starting to make those circular motions. Being sure to go both ways. And then bringing the hand to the knee to bend it and make some deeper circles. Ideally, you want to keep the knee at hip level or below the hip. You don't want to bring it above the hip as much because that will just get into the low back. So before they're stretched out in the hamstrings, it's good to keep the knee below the hips. After you stretch the hamstrings, then it's okay to bring it above the hips because at that point, they should be flexible enough to withstand a deep lower back stretch. We'll go ahead and start with the client squeezing down, so bending the knee. They're flexing the foot. You're grasping onto the foot with your hand. And then I drive the knee down very, very gently. Mind you, I'm barely touching their knee, but this just helps to drive the leg straight. Absolutely no pushing down on the knee. This is only to guide. Having them squeeze down and stretch out. Being mindful of your own body, making sure not to stress your own body in any way. Now that we've warmed up the two hamstrings, we'll go ahead and work a little more on that left side again, coming back to those deep circles. This time I'm going to go ahead and bring the foot to my shoulder. And this is mostly because we've opened up their hamstring enough that he's actually able to stretch the leg straight. We would not have been able to do this right off the bat. Trust me, he was very stiff to begin with. But after we bent the leg and straightened, he definitely earned some flexibility. Using your body weight to lift up, resting your hands on the knee as guidance, you can support your client in stretching their hamstring out this way. After you've done the resistance stretch a few times, it's nice to allow them to keep their legs straight. And then you can use some gentle motions to open it up a little deeper. We're going to go ahead and open up his hip flexor now. This is good to gently open and stretch the psoas. Now the psoas, of course, is attached in the middle of the body, but with a tight psoas, it also affects the low back and tension along the glute. So we want to go ahead and open this up. And how we can do that is by bending their leg, bringing the hands to the top of the knee, and pulling back. Let's go ahead and come back to straight leg. This time, you're going to have your client press down with a straight leg as you lift them up. Now again, you might want to bring their foot to your shoulder. And if you feel secure, you can use your hands and use your core muscles to lift up your body to guide their leg. They are pressing down through their heel, keeping their foot flexed. And as you lift their leg up, keeping your hand on their heel of the foot will even stretch their hamstring a little bit deeper. Coming into a hip stretch now. Now we can bring the knee slightly above the hip line as he is starting to become a little more flexible. We're going to go ahead and guide him into a spinal twist and really be mindful of your client here, making sure that they're flexible enough to do this. If they're not, you may just want to stretch them into a figure 4 instead of a full spinal twist. But Luis was ready for a spinal twist, so we're allowing the gravity to drop his leg down across his body and carefully guiding him out of it. And all the way back down. Whenever you are bringing your clients out of a stretch, be sure to carefully guide them completely out of it, all the way down. We'll go ahead and work on the other leg now, doing the same thing that we did before. So we're doing the bends and the straightens, getting a feel for any flexibility that we've gained here since the time that we did it before. And as you can see, his leg has gotten a bit straighter, and it's actually easier for me to stretch him out now. Be mindful too that whatever work you do on the opposite side has an effect on the other side. So by opening and twisting his back on the left, it definitely helped his right leg open up a bit more as well. We'll go ahead and bring his straight leg to shoulder. And then natural movements to help open this up. We'll go into the straight leg, having your client press down with the heel of their foot. Being mindful of their knee, making sure it's not overextended. So you may allow them to have a slight bend in the knee as they kick down, especially if it's uncomfortable for them. Always when we're stretching, making sure that your client's exhaling on the flexibility part. And then when they're flexing or contracting, that's when they can inhale. So inhaling, pushing, exhaling, stretching. On his right side, his psoas actually felt very open. I did not feel the need to do an extra little psoas opener, so we're going to go right into the spinal twist. So you may find that you don't need to do the exact same stretch on both sides at all times. Always just use your intuition and what you feel. We'll gently guide your client back all the way down. And then we can brush them out just to clear any energy that's stagnant. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Please subscribe to the channel for more assisted stretch videos. Let's find out how Louise felt after the stretch. Okay, we are complete with our stretch today. Let me know how it went for you.
So that felt amazing. That was phenomenal. I've never incorporated a stretch into like a relaxation. I felt like, when you do relaxation sessions that it says tense this up and then release it, but adding that stretch in there, I could just literally feel the tension leaving the toes. I always imagine that mentally, and it was amazing. Obviously, I have very tight hamstrings. I've always had that, and I could just feel them just slowly but surely releasing the tension. So it was amazing. Actually, I loved it. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. Thank
Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet done so already, and feel free.